What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys, on the channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Everton, guys, away from home. So let's just get straight into today's video. So we made 3 changes from the last game against West Ham. We'll talk about the starting 11. So we started with De Gea, Lindelof, Smalling, Jones, Dalot, Pogba, Matic, Fred, Rashford, Lukaku, Martial. Yeah, speechless, man, speechless. Can't believe it. This video is not even going to go as planned, guys, because I'm not arsed of editing this video, because there's no point, you know. We got absolutely battered, 4-0. I've never seen anything like it, you know. We've been absolutely embarrassed, and it's humiliating, man. Just awful, dreadful, you name it. We were poor, man. Absolutely poor. We weren't good enough. You know, when you look at that starting 11, you know, like, the thing is, okay, let's, you know, I've written down a few things here that I want to just back up on. I think what other people have also said. Yeah, the performance was absolutely shocking. Shocking. We were a mess. We were a disaster. Humiliating, embarrassing. Everton, on the other half, I'm going to firstly give Everton, they were absolutely fantastic. You know, they did everything that they needed to do, and they got the victory. But it's humiliating because we've got beaten 4-0 by Everton. 4-0, right? That's the worst. That's the worst performance, and that's like the worst game in the Premier League that we've lost this season. Like, we had Mourinho in charge this season at the beginning, and he left in December. You know, all that Mourinho did wrong was the performance were awful to watch. But this time round, this is humiliation against Everton. Like, who is the best team in England at the minute? Who is the best team in the Premier League at the minute? Probably Manchester United, because we've probably got 13 Premier League titles. But obviously, when you look at the table, obviously you're going to say, oh, it's going to be City or Liverpool. Who gives a toss, right? Come on. We are playing Everton here, and Everton are not even the best team in England, you know. Where are they sat? Fucking 7th. And we're getting absolutely humiliated and embarrassed by Everton. By Everton, you know. They've not been playing the best this season. They went and lost to Fulham. They lost to Fulham. I'm going to repeat it again. By Fulham. They lost last week by Fulham. And then, yeah, and then they've gone into this game against Manchester United. What did I say in my last video? I said, I don't know if they've lost that game on purpose. And they clearly did, because they knew that they were playing Manchester United, and they knew that Manchester United were playing Barcelona midweek. And I don't know what's gone on there with Manchester United. There was no fight, there was no passion, there was no pride, there was no commitment, no desire, no leadership, no organisation, no character, no effort. You know? Absolutely nothing in this game. You know, it looked like the players were on the beach, relaxing on the beach, and they've also got pina coladas in their hands. They're supping it and they're drinking it, right, on the beach. You're not going into these games on holiday. It's all about turning up, right? Did our players turn up? No. They didn't turn up. Because we got absolutely humiliated by Everton, 4-0. How does that feel? The players should be hurt and embarrassed after that, and they should be disappointed. But they need the more thing is they should be hurt from that result, and they need to learn from that result. But then you would have been thinking after that Barcelona game, you know, that is what you would have been thinking after that Barcelona game. We lost that 3-0, and you would have been thinking after that game, that's what you're dealing with, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You go away and you sort it out, because that's how your team is performing right now. But when we've gone into this game now against Everton, you would have been You would have been thinking Manchester United should be beating Everton, but we didn't beat them because yet again it's their FA Cup final against Manchester United. I was saying back in December, once we get a new manager, all that shit will go to bed. No, not in this game because we bloody lost once again. We were poor, we were awful, we were a shambles, we were a mess, we were a disaster, we were all over the place. There was nothing. The work rate was just completely dead. The passing was just awful. Every single time we made a pass, we lost possession, and they just hit on the counter-attack. They did everything. They created chances. They did everything. They tested the goalkeeper. We had one shot on target. You know how long it took us? 86 minutes to get one shot on target. No creativity, straight down. You know who put that shot on target? Martial. What else can I pick up on? What went wrong? Tactics. It's the same old shit, right? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got a problem with his tactics. He has got a problem with his tactics at the minute. But it's not only just that. He's also got a problem with his game plan and the starting 11. The starting 11 was completely wrong. You look at that starting 11 and you think, once again, we're playing bloody Lindelof at right back. He's out of position. Get him at centre back. We all know Smalling and Jones cannot play together. They cannot play together. You get Lindelof and Smalling in together because they play perfectly. Jones cannot play. Get rid of him in the summer. He deserves to go. He is he is shit. Smalling shit, Jones shit, Pogba shit, Matic shit, Lukaku shit. Get rid of them. 90% of that team need to go in the summer because they don't belong in a Manchester United shirt at the minute. And if they want to turn up for these big games, they need to grow up and they need to get their act together because that out there against Everton was dreadful to watch. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful to watch. The performance was awful. Never seen anything like it. We were a shambles out there. We were a shambles. We couldn't even get hold of the ball. We couldn't even get going. I don't know how long. I remember a time in the game where we were probably took control of, not took control, but I would say we had possession for at least a few minutes, and then but again, we got humiliated. Look at those goals. One was on a bloody long throw in. And one was on a bloody corner. We had the corner, they hit on their counter-attack and the bloody scored. Matic isn't match fit. Why are you playing Matic when he's not match fit? He knows he's not match fit. So why on earth do you play him? It's just like you look to the bench and you're thinking, what the hell is Lingard doing on the bench? Play him. Start him, Pereira, what is he doing on the bench? Play him. Start him, What are you doing by playing all these other players that cannot bloody turn up? Pogba, he can go in the summer because he's a waste of space, a waste of 89 million. Jones can go with him, Smalling can go with him, Matic can go as well. He was dreadful as well. Just leave. Lukaku, you go as well. You just don't belong at this club at the minute because where you belong right now is a team that has won 13 Premier League titles, and that out there wasn't Manchester United. That was Bury FC. It could be anyone. Name a League One team, any out of there. We were Accrington Stanley. That was just appalling. And the reason why he's gone with Rashford, Lukaku and Martial was because he said we need energy, we need to be attacking, we need to get on the front foot. He played them, but for fuck's sake, think about it, Ollie, Too many flair players. Why do you start them? You would either start either Lukaku or Rashford. Who is better? Technically, probably Rashford because Lukaku is just shit, So it's just all about thinking about it. The starting 11 was completely wrong and he went with it. Why? I don't know why, because it's what he's thinking, you know. At the end of the day, you know, we were awful. I also want to give a shout out to Lindelof, Ollie, Dalot, and McTominay. They came over to the fans, they applauded, and they said, "Sorry, we know that's not our performance, and that's not our level." And you know, shout out to them. I'll insert the clip right now. So yeah, you know, great gesture and by them, and but yeah, you know, this is not good enough. We are not good enough to be the team that we've got right now. They don't deserve to be where they are right now. They can piss off to Rochdale, because where they belong right now is just atrocious. Defensively, we were a shambles at the back. We've conceded 4 goals in one game. It's the worst we've ever done this year under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. That's after when we've given him being permanent manager as well. And the thing is, when he was interim manager, we were winning games. But all of a sudden, since he's been permanent manager, we just cannot get going. The players are too relaxed because he's interim manager. They kept on saying, "Oh, you have to give Ole the job. Oh, you have to give him Ole the job. You know, give him the job. He's the right man for it. You know, he needs the job." But you're not getting results. You know. And that's down to the players. Who is to blame? Obviously the manager and the players, but I would say more the players, because the players out there were just all over the place. All over the place. I'd say 90... No, I wouldn't say that. I would say about... I'll give this fair. I would say 70%, about 70-75% the players were to blame there, and a bit of the manager there as well. So you do have to sort of blame both, really. Tactics were wrong. Game plan was wrong. Starting 11 was wrong. Top 4 over, could be. It could be, but they're saying we're still in the race for top 4. We ain't going to get top 4 if we play like that. And I tell you what, we need to get rid of all those defenders. They can't defend for shit. They can't defend the Titanic. Honestly, they cannot defend the Titanic. Honestly, they need to have a hard look at themselves, and going into the City game now, all those players need to bang their heads together. Literally, get them all to... I mean this. Ollie, get them all together and bang all their heads together. That's what you need to do. And hopefully they'll turn up against City. It's a big game against City as well, because, you know, we have to win this game to get ourselves back in it, you know. City is going to be bloody tough, man. And I don't know how we're going to survive. Anyway, talking about the substitutions now. Jones went off for Young. Talk about Jones' performance. Had to be told by a teammate to get into a particular position for a goal kick. Never looked up to it. Got injured again. Came off. Fred went off for McTominay. Talk about Fred's performance. Completely taken back by Everton's intensity and ran around like a headless chicken for much of the game. Substituted at half time. Rashford went off for Pereira. Talk about Rashford's performance. Aimless shot after aimless shot after aimless shot. Has 3 goals in 13. His purple patch ended long ago. I know, this is the thing, you know. We need another striker in the summer, and someone who's going to be scoring goals for fun. Next up, it's City. City second in the table. Jesus, I don't know how we're going to survive in this one against them, because at the end of the day, if you look at that performance against Everton, we could lose this one. We could technically lose this one against City. City know that they've got to win this game, because they know that to keep their title hopes alive, we ain't going to get the title. We have to battle for top 4. So that's why it's important for both City and United. United because we need the top 4. City because they need their hopes for the title. If they drop any points anyway, City, they could be technically out of it, because Liverpool have got the easier running. So City's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. They're going to be on it from minute 1 to minute 90. They'll be attacking. We have to be attacking. Jesus. Defensively, we need to be rock solid. We've got to be rock solid. I'd say, my own perspective, we've got to play with a back five, and you've got to play Dalot and Luke Shaw with width, so you can pick up possession, right? And you play with Ashley Young, Lindelof and Smalling as centre-backs. It's the only way we're going to win this game, if you play with a five at the back. And then you need to sort of put Pogba more in a deeper role with alongside of probably either Rashford or Lingard or Martial or Sanchez even, whoever's playing, you know. But at the end of the day, this one's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. They'll be battling this because, you know, they need to keep their title hopes alive. We need to win this game to keep our top four hopes alive. If we don't win this, technically the top four's over. No words to describe it. We need a better performance against City. We can't be moaning now. We've got to move on at the end of the day. It is what it is, but you've got to move on. But technically, we've got to be physically, mentally prepared. If we're not physically, mentally prepared, we ain't going to be ready for this one. But also, again, it's a mentality thing that we've got at the minute with Ollie. It's a mentality thing and a mindset thing. So that's all it is, really. Physically, I don't know. All over the place at the end of the day. But, you know, we've got to turn up. We don't turn up, we don't get a result. All that matters right now is if we get the 3 points and get a result. I think that's all that matters at the minute. But at the end of the day, thinking about it, we need to put on a better performance. The players must turn up. At the end of the day, we've got to go for it. No point of going defensive just because they've got amazing players and they've got a lot of quality in there. But we got to go for it. If we don't go for it, you're not going to get a result. You've got nothing to lose against City. Last time round we lost 3-1 away from home. That wasn't even a derby because they just walked through us. But yet again, they play with a lot of fluidity. They play with a high intensity, high tempo. Their link-up play is just fantastic. But it's whoever they throw out there, they just go out and do the job for Guardiola. So questions have got to be asked for Manchester United. We need to bounce back. We've got to beat City. If we beat City, I think the fans will be absolutely chuffed that we've got a result against City. But we have to. There's no point of losing this and letting them get the title. If you don't go for it, you're not going to get results. So we've got to go for it from minute 1 to minute 90. And if we don't go for it, we're not going to win this game. But the players to look out for is obviously De Bruyne, David Silva, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Sterling, Aguero, Sane and Jesus. We've got to be on it from minute 1 to minute 90. If we're not on it, we're going to lose. So it's all about, we've got to be ready. Not much time to prepare for this one. City have got the extra day, so they would have had Sunday off and they would have been training Monday and Tuesday. United don't practically have a rest day because play again on Wednesday against City. So, you know, City got the rest day, we didn't, and yeah. That sums up our day at Everton, but we've got to hope for a better result against City. If we do, I'll be pleased. If we don't, the top 4 hopes will be over. So we need a better result, and we've got to at least get a positive out of this game. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you guys in the video in the next couple of days, and peace.